170 yards. That's what Saquon Barkley did on the ground, a rushing touchdown, 27 yards receiving. And now people are asking, is Saquon the best running back? Already, this far into his young career, is Saquon the best running back in the NFL? I heard Max Kellerman bring that up on First Take. I know he tweeted it out. He said at one time he thought Saquon was the best prospect at running back. Now he thinks he is the best running back in the NFL. And Victor Cruz, ESPN NFL analyst, was on First Take as well. He said something similar. Listen.
It's barely a debate, in my opinion. I mean, when you watch Saquon play football and you watch him carry the ball, half the time he gets the carries, he's getting hit in the backfield, 2-3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's shaking those guys off, and he's creating something out of nothing, which is what he's been doing all year long, all season long. So when you see Saquon play, I think it's not head and shoulders above everybody else, but you can see he has that extra gear, that extra factor that Todd Gurley and those other guys don't have.
Where's Victor? Is Victor around here? Is he around these Seaport studios here today? He said it was barely even a debate to start out. He said it was barely a debate. Saquon is great. Saquon's gonna be great. But 3 quarters into his NFL career, he is not the best running back in the NFL. He's not. He's not according to the body of work he's put together, how much projection you have to put into it. He's not, even according to the statistics and the focal point of the offense, the best running back in the NFL right now. He's not carrying as much of the load. He did this past weekend with Odell Beckham Jr. out. But across the season, he's not carrying the load that other guys are. Todd Gurley and Zeke Elliott are above Saquon Barkley today. A year from now, we'll see. Saquon certainly has the ability to rise to the top. But total yards from scrimmage, because everybody likes to talk about, that's what you want to talk about, right? That's what you want to talk about. Saquon, how many balls has he caught? He's got 78 passes this year, more than any other running back. But add it all together, rushing and receiving, and where is Saquon? Right? Got to put it all together. Where is he on total yards from scrimmage right now? Here, 4th. Total yards from scrimmage, that's Christian McCaffrey. 1,627. 3rd, total yards from scrimmage. That's Todd Gurley. 1,707. 2nd, total yards from scrimmage. There's Saquon, 1,753. 1st, total yards from scrimmage. That's receiving and rushing. That's Zeke Elliott, 1,764. But I would tell you right now, the best running back in the NFL, the guy that has to be number 1 on your list, has to be Todd Gurley. He's been doing it, been carrying that Rams team, been the focal point of their offense. And I have one little criticism for Zeke is when he breaks off runs, why does the safety get him so often? Like, can't you just shake that last guy and turn that 20-yard run into a 40? I know it's spoiled. I know it's
you know why he can't do that? You know why he can't do that? Because he ain't Saquon Barkley.
Oh, my. So.
And by the way, your numbers are skewed because Zeke's had probably, I think, 60 more carries than him.
So he's the focal point of the offense more than
so he's
carrying more of a load.
You're done?
Well, we're having a conversation here, aren't we?
Well, we're up against the clock.
No, go ahead. You had an and. Oh, you want to? Okay, let's tell you what. You got more? Let's do it on the other side of the break. You think Saquon's the number 1? You think he's the best? You don't hit the button. You, Victor Cruz, Max Kellerman. You think he's the best? Okay, make your case. 888-729-3776. It's the Will Cain Show on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. After an amazing performance last weekend and leading the league in catches at 78, many are suggesting 3/4 of the way into this first season of his career, Saquon's already the best running back in the league. I would say no. He might one day be, but not yet. He is not ahead of Todd Gurley or Ezekiel Elliott. Not today. Now, we have heard from Victor Cruz. We have heard from Max Kellerman. Now it's time to hear from you. 888-729-3776. And you, Nuno. You believe Saquon is the best running back in the league today?
No.
Oh, well, then what are we doing here?
I would still take
what are
Gurley.
We doing?
I think he's better than Zeke, but I would take Gurley at this time.
So you just wanted to push back on the idea that Zeke is above Barkley right now?
Yes.
That's what you want to do.
Of course. Why? What else am I here for?
Right. So you're bringing up the Cowboys angle. That's what. David from Michigan. What's up, David? You're on the Will Cain Show.
Well, you poor misguided man.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley is head and shoulders above Zeke Elliott. When it comes to natural running ability, He's got the cuts. He's got the jumps. Zeke can't do none of that. I mean, you mentioned it, 20 yards down the field, boom, he gets taken out by a safety. Saquon, jump over him. I had the privilege of watching one person for 10 years that reminds me of Saquon Barkley, or actually Saquon Barkley reminds me of him, and that's Barry. Okay? Get over the Cowboys, bud. That's not happening. Not happening this year
What
or
does that
next
mean?
year.
What does that mean it's not happening? I'm just curious what that means.
It's not happening. They might be good during the regular season, but they're going to get stroked come playoff time. I mean, that's just the Dallas way, right?
See, I feel like you had a hidden agenda on this call.
Well, no hidden agenda. I'm coming right at you.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Dallas is not everything that you make them out to be.
I make them out to be exactly what they are.
No.
Let me ask you a question, David.
No.
Who's been more right this season, me or you? Like, if you just say, like, you take up who I said Dallas was versus who you said they are. Who is actually, whose words are actually coming true? Mine or yours here?
Well, okay, I'll give you that. Yours are coming true because I'm just nothing but a miserable Lions fan that's had my heart ripped out every year.
You what? Oh, Lions
I said I'm nothing but a miserable Lions fan that's had my heart ripped out every year.
All right. Well, it's been good talking to you, David. Thank you for the call. But see, like, I'm not just talking. I'm not just making it up. It's happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. Hey, Nuno, let's revisit this debate. Would you? Okay, so let me just let's grant the premise. Saquon Barkley is in the. I mean, if top three is that not gratuitous enough? He's top 3 running back in the NFL. Okay. Would you still take him over Sam Darnold?
This is going to hurt because I know where this is going to lead. But yes, I would take him over Sam Darnold.
What do you mean this is going to hurt because you know where it's going to lead?
Because that also means that Eli's probably coming back next year and will be the starting quarterback.
They almost have already admitted it, right? See, we're in the same boat in a lot of ways here. All the Cowboys' success means Jason Garrett's coming back next year. And your commitment to Saquon Barkley and his arrival means you're going to have Eli Manning again the next year. And we always knew it was going to play out this way. We always knew that Saquon Barkley would win the debate in the short term. Young running backs, rookie running backs are going to be able to get on the field and contribute and be more impressive in the short term than a young quarterback. The thing is how it plays out 3 years down the road when you're still wondering who's going to play quarterback. Or at age 30, what would it be, 9, 40? You're still rolling Eli out there to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. It's no reflection of how good Saquon is to say you should have taken Sam Darnold because quarterbacks are more valuable than running backs. That's the way it is. Kellen from Florida. What's up, Kellen?
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys' offense has even peaked yet. People keep saying the Cowboys are going away. You know, they'll be out in the first round. I don't even think they're offense.
Whoa. I didn't put you on air for this. This is what. This isn't what you called for.
Hold on, Kellen. Kellen, hold on real quick. I'm as taken aback here by Nuno. See, everybody says, Will, you talk Cowboys too much. But the truth is, here is Nuno bringing up Ezekiel Elliott. Here's Cerruti. Everybody wants to bring it up. And I look at my call screen, and Kellen from Florida wants to talk about O.J. Simpson and how he would be in today's modern age. Because we've talked about this baseball pitcher who says he'd strike out Babe Ruth and he'd bat 140. Because we're talking about how can you bring athletes from the past into the future. And my call screen says you want to talk about O.J. Simpson. And the first thing you start talking about is the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, we'll talk about O.J.
Did you snooker, Nuno? Did you tell me you wanted to talk about one thing, but then you actually want to talk about another? What'd you do here?
Well, I mean, I want to make 2 points. The Cowboys' offense hasn't peaked. I mean, how many times has Dak missed Gallup? He's going to dial that thing in like a heat-seeking missile. And now you're going to have Gallup and Amari Cooper to defend with Zeke in the backfield. And 2, O.J., he was 6'1", 210. Look at all the other greats in the NFL. They were undersized. They weren't 6 foot. Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Curtis Martin. I mean, you're telling me those guys couldn't play in today's NFL?
No, all I was saying is when you look at old film and OJ looks like a big back then, right? And 6'1", 210 is not a big back in today's NFL. And he was fast back then. OJ was speed back then. But I'm just telling you, the size of the NFL players in the 70s had nothing on what they are today. Nothing.
That's true, but I don't think a lot of these big backs are going to have long-lasting careers. You think Derrick Henry's going to play 12, 13 years? You think Saquon Barkley's going to play 12 or 13 years?
He's coming right.
He's going to go down with some knee injuries. The big guys always do.
He's coming right at your neck, Nuno, over and over. Thanks for the call, Kellen. Rudy brought it up earlier, talking about old school players coming in today's modern NFL. Can you imagine Khalil Mack in the 60s and 70s? What would Khalil Mack have done to offenses back then? It would have been criminal. Criminal.
People would have died.
What's that?
People might have died.
People might have died. Well, NFL, look up this, Rudy. NFL offensive lineman size in the 1960s. And then let's put Khalil Mack out there and try to figure out what he would do and whether or not he'd have to be arrested at the end of a game. He might have to be. Coming up, the Raiders fired GM Reggie McKenzie. So, Derek Carr, you're on notice. That thing's a teardown project, and I don't know why you wouldn't be part of it. Next on the Will Cain Show on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.